Are you feeling overwhelmed by fear and procrastination when it comes to achieving your financial success? Fear and procrastination can be two of the biggest obstacles to achieving your long-term financial goals. You know what you need to do, you know that you need to take action, but fear and procrastination are holding you back from reaching your goals. You feel stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and inaction, unable to move forward with your plans for financial freedom. If you feel this way, you're not alone. Many people struggle with these issues on a daily basis, but the good news is it doesn't have to be that way. Today, I'm going to share 5 simple ways to overcome procrastination and motivate yourself into action so that you can progress on your goals. Hi, I'm Pamela Plick, and I help purpose-driven women to overcome feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or stuck related to their personal relationship with money so that they can become confident, achieve peace of mind, and the financial freedom and impact that they desire without fear. I do this through my signature programs and services, events, and community. The first way to motivate yourself into action is to pick something small. One of the big reasons we procrastinate is because sometimes it just feels overwhelming. There's so much to do, so we choose to forget about it for a little while. It's a coping mechanism, just not a very productive one. Instead, pick one thing, something small, a small but significant step that you can do right now to move you in the right direction. This creates the momentum and forces you to take action. One of my clients is a very successful professional with big dreams, but she knew she was struggling to make progress on her goals towards the financial freedom that she envisioned. She had done her research, knew exactly what steps she needed to take, yet every time she started working on something, fear and procrastination would take over and nothing would get done. My client took my advice and chose one small but significant step that she could do right away. She started with something simple, like creating her budget. Once she had completed this, the momentum kept going and she was able to make considerable progress on her other financial goals. By completing this simple step, it gave her the motivation to continue and create goals in the other areas that she wanted to achieve. And as a result, creating those small but significant action steps that would lead her to achieving each of the goals that she had envisioned. The second way to motivate yourself is to set a time and go. Another way that works like a charm is to just simply set a timer. You know, we all have cell phones. You know, our cell phones have built-in timers, and so do most smart watches. Set it for 15 or 20 minutes and chip away at the task you've been procrastinating on. This works just as well for decluttering your closet as it does for reviewing your budget or filling out those dreaded expense reports. If 20 minutes feels too long, then start with 10. Again, the goal is to just start and do something. Another action or strategy that I am a big fan of is time blocking. When it comes to managing our finances, you know, why not put it on the calendar? Yes, you can set the timer, but also just block it on your timer. You could have maybe a 1-hour time block or a 30-minute time block once a week or twice a week, maybe Money Monday or Financial Friday. and you can go through and take care of those particular tasks that are related to your finances. The third way to motivate yourself into action is to measure your progress. We all want to know, how we're doing to the, in reference to achieving our goals. So when you're working on something like something long-term, like getting your finances in order or building wealth, it can be tempting to procrastinate because it doesn't seem like you're making progress, or you don't know if you're making progress. Instead, prove to yourself that you are getting closer and closer by tracking or measuring it. You can make a chart, use a spreadsheet, keep a journal. Find a way that works for you to measure your progress and use it to motivate you to keep going. There are also different apps that you can use. For example, if you're using you want to make sure that you're tracking your budget, using a budgeting app. A lot of those apps also have a cash flow component to it. So if you want to see how your accounts are progressing, or if part of your plan is to reduce your debt, you can see how your debt is going down. Those are good options as well. So find a good app that can help you to track. And that, again, that's part of your Money Monday or your Financial Friday task, to look at those numbers, not in addition to looking at your checking account. The fourth way to motivate yourself into action is to remind yourself of your why. What is your big why for getting your finances in order, for creating that plan, that savings plan, that investment plan, starting that new business? What is the big why behind these particular goals? When you start to feel overwhelmed and unmotivated to take action towards achieving your financial success, it's important to remind yourself of why you started in the first place. Keeping your long-term goals in mind can help you stay motivated when things seem too difficult or overwhelming. It helps to focus on the end result rather than all of the individual steps that may need to be taken along the way. And, I believe this is really what makes us, helps us to feel why we feel anxious about it, because we're thinking about, oh my gosh, I have all of these steps. I've created my plan, I have my goal, but I have all of these steps. And by having your big why, and a great way to stay connected to that why is to create your vision. What is your life going to look like after you've achieved these particular goals? Look like for you, look like for your family. What does it feel like? What is it going to feel like for you when you achieve those particular goals? So keeping that in mind, think about why you want to get the action step done. Is it so that you can take a trip? You want to make life better for you and your family? You want to be able to contribute in a bigger, bolder way into the world? Maybe scale your business, build a savings account. Understand your why. Write it down, and then keep it front and center. You can have it somewhere, post it somewhere, that big why, the vision. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I working so hard? And then look at it every day. The fifth way to motivate yourself is to just start. And I've actually saved the best for last, because it's the easiest, but also it's the most powerful. You want to hear it, hear this, just get started. If you recall, I remember years ago, or actually they still have it, Nike uses this as their tagline, to just do it, so let's just get started. And that's right. Sometimes all you have to do is to get moving in the right direction is to do something, do anything, even if it's something that's super small. You get over that initial hump and you start to build momentum. There's another saying that we have, it's really not about, so much about what you learn, it's really about what you implement. So it's so important to continue to implement those steps that you need to take to move forward, because that's what gives you the confidence, that's what helps you build the momentum, and it helps you to continue to move forward with ease. So now you know the 5 ways to motivate yourself into action. Number 1 is pick something small, making sure that you pick one small but significant step that you can take towards your goal. And just to kind of reiterate, it's important to have a vision, have a goal. So make sure that you set those particular goals. Then you can take that one step or you may have 5, 6, 7 steps on your action plan that are going to help you move forward to that particular goal. But to help you stay out of overwhelm, to stay out of procrastination, you want to take those steps in order. So if creating a budget might be one of your goals, to create a realistic budget that you can stick to, one of the steps on that goal, under that goal, would be to create a cash flow statement. So you need to first understand where your money is coming from, where the money is going to, in order for you to start the process of creating that budget. And then another step might be, if the cash flow, hopefully your cash flow, you do have excess cash flow. But if not, then there's ways you need to look at, how can I reduce my expenses? Basically, there's only 2 ways to do that: either increase your income or decrease your expenses to make your budget balance. So creating that goal, looking at what is the next small but significant step that I can take in order to move forward on that goal. And once you've taken that one step, then you move to the next one. The second thing that we talked about is setting a time and go. If you're feeling overwhelmed, start with a small time. Like we said, 10 minutes, if 20 minutes or 30 minutes seems too daunting for you, just say, okay, I'm going to spend 10 minutes, for example, clearing or filing my paperwork. That might be one thing. Or looking at my statement, looking at my checking account. Okay, so set a time and go. And what you might find too is, if you set that short time frame and you get on a roll, you might want to just go ahead and continue. So setting a time and go. Measuring your progress. I mentioned we all want to know that we are making progress to our goals. And there's lots of ways to measure that. I talked about the spreadsheet, which is creating a spreadsheet where you have to fill it in manually might be a little bit daunting. Some people like that, but I'm all about whatever can make it easier. Give me an app, or if it's something that I can complete online that's going to track, track my progress, I'm all for that. So whether it's for your business, tracking those income and expenses, and there are online programs now that will also create not only an income and expense, an income statement for your business, you can also create a balance sheet, right? And so letting you know how your assets are growing, whether it's for your business or if it's for your personal accounts or your personal finances. So it's easy to measure that progress. And reminding yourself of your big why. We talked about that as well. And what your big why, again, I recommend writing out your vision statement that outlines what is your big why. When we have a big, bold vision, a big, bold, grand vision, it is our kind of like our compass, our true north. It actually reminds us of where we're going, where we're headed. And that can be so valuable when we start to feel discouraged, or you might have a setback. But if you have that big vision and you read it on a daily basis, it also can keep you motivated and keep you guided towards that true north. And when you create your big why, your vision, it's also important to include all the areas of your life that are important to you, not just your finances. So if you, maybe your big why for getting your finances in order or creating a wealth plan might be to retire. For example, retire in 5 years to a different country, or to be able to travel on a periodic or regular basis, might be to be able to make a bigger impact, to be able to give more to the causes that you are passionate about. So reminding yourself, why this vision is so important, not just in the financial, maybe related to you individually, whether, spiritual, if that's part of it. Also, relationships. Do you want to be able to give to family and friends? All of those different areas. So reminder to include that when you are creating your big why. And then lastly, I talked about just start, right? Just go ahead and do it. And sometimes it may take a lot, it takes a lot when you really are feeling like, I just don't want to take care of this task. But just by doing one small step, one small task, it will help you to build that momentum. I have 3 questions that I would like you to ask yourself. This is going to help you to motivate yourself into action. Number 1, what is one small thing I can do right now to start moving towards my financial goals? The second question, how have I been procrastinating when it comes to managing my finances, and how can I shift this behavior? Now, these questions would be great for your journal to think about, just ask yourself, kind of meditate on these 3 questions, and this will help you in moving yourself forward and deciding what it is you need to do next. And then that leads me to the third question, which is, what actions can I take today that will set me up for long-term success tomorrow? So what is even just one action what is one action that you can take that will build a better tomorrow for you? If you would like to learn more about your relationship with money and how it may be preventing you from taking action, I invite you to take my free money type quiz. It only takes 5 minutes to complete, and it is a life changer. It helps you, it's an easy way to see what your current relationship is with money, and maybe what beliefs, either limiting beliefs or empowering beliefs that might be showing up in your life today, and what may be holding you back from creating that momentum and moving forward on your financial journey. So to take the quiz, you just go to PamelaPlick.com/thank you. That's PamelaPlick.com/thank you. And after you take the quiz, you check out the other tools and resources on that page that can help you to start to unlock your financial freedom and set yourself up for long-term success. There's a lot of resources that I have on the page besides the quiz. There's also the my events, my listing of events. So if you'd like to attend an upcoming workshop or look at other resources, or if you know that you're ready to sit down and talk about your relationship with money and create a mini plan to help you move forward, I also have a link to schedule a Money Power Breakthrough call with me on that page. I'd like to leave you with this quote: never give up on the things that matter to you if you want to achieve success and financial freedom. Conquer fear and procrastination by taking small but significant steps. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Until next time, remember, you can rise to your money power.